Let's meet down at the lonely lake. Before summer has gone away, swim out under a broken sky. Cold sun colored with shades of white. Wave goodbye to last summer. Cold air coming away soon. So let's lay under the falling moon. Tell me something about yourself. You've never told to no one else. Say goodbye to lonely nights of last summer. Wave goodbye to last summer. Cold air coming away soon. So let's lay under the falling moon. Tell me something about yourself. You've never told to no one else.
Tattoo on my mind, body in my bed. If you say the night, don't get in your head. Riding through the stars, you can catch your breath. I'ma give you something that you're never gonna forget. Lay your body down, I'll make it easy for you. Screaming like you've never been touched before. Moving like we never made love before. Change it up, cutting ties with all the old. Switching up positions, paint a different picture. Handcuffs, tongues tied, taking all control, taking all control. Handcuffs, tongues tied, taking all control, taking all control, taking all control. Handcuffs, tongues tied, taking all control. If it's feeling right, we don't gotta fight it. Tell me what you like, anything, I'll try it. Jupiter to Mars on a private jet. Yeah, I'ma give you something that you're never gonna forget. No, lay your body down, I'll make it easy for you. play nice. I'll be the witch you tell your friends about. I'm the crazy ex-girl you pretend you don't know, 'cause you know I could ruin your life. Rumor has it you have someone new. She'll regret you like a bad tattoo, 'cause you'll never change, you'll always stay the same. Go on and tell all your friends all about me. I don't give a nothing sticks to me, baby. Yes, hon, I'm Teflon, I don't give an F, so go ahead and tell them I'm a little bit too much for ya. Maybe you're not man enough, 'cause I speak my mind, yeah, I spit it out. I don't care about if you think that I'm a little
じゃあいただきます。
これ何？
バジルのねラムネっていうやつなの。中東のねなんかお料理みたいな。
バジルにラムネ？
ラムネ
自家製バジル。
そう自家製バジル。
gonna play cool when you take me for a damn fool. I'm just so sick of it. Can't believe that I've been with someone like you. Don't forget I know your secrets too. In a minute I can spill the truth, 'cause you'll never change, you'll always stay the same. Go on and tell all your friends all about me. I don't give a nothing. If I wrote you a song, if I got every word perfectly weighted on a thin piece of paper, would it make any difference? Would it change for the better? If I wrote you a poem, if I posted a letter? Is it maybe because I never knew quite where I was, and suddenly you told me, baby, you're lost, but I am too. Whatever the cost, we'll make it through. Everybody has their job, 9 to 5, and getting drained. They settle for second best, scared to risk what the future might bring. What the future might bring. I hold my breath, waiting for someone to knock at my door, telling me there is more waiting for me. Whoa. If I love you harder than I've ever done before, or maybe I belong somewhere above the water. My lungs are tired, I'm running for a long time. My feet got blisters, but maybe I belong if I love a little harder. If I love all the ways the
I just wanna hear the way you used to talk. I just wanna take in all that was. But here in the dark, there's a sliver of light peeking in. I just wanna see you run like way back then. I just wanna hear you play guitar. Here in the dark, there's a sliver of light peeking in. And all the things you wanna say, I wish that I could find a way to bring you back, bring it all back. I just wanna hold close to the years we have. I just wanna see all that you are. But here in the dark, there's a sliver of light peeking in. Here in the dark, there's a sliver of light peeking in. Hey, I don't know if you're listening to the things I say. I've been thinking about how I let you down. Remember when I told you I thought that everything was gonna be okay? I wish I could go back, 'cause I'd change every single word and every mistake. Still can't let you go. I can't let you go. Even though I know you're never coming back home. Hey, I hate the fact I don't hear a thing when I call your name. All the memories that the silence brings. Remember when we used to pick flowers for decorating back at your place? But now the only flowers are flowers that I've been laying down on your grave. Still can't let you go. I can't let you go. The dust of Mars and the taste of loss. Gray coast home. The birds and swirls have that wildest chime.
はい
じゃあ乾杯。
じゃあいただき
じゃあいただき
ま
ますす。今日は何のピザ？
くるみとにアンチョビ。
面白い組み合わせはね。
うん、い
じゃあ
ただきます。アンチョビが効いてる。
コーヒーね。意外な組み合わせだけど美味しいね。
意外に美味しかった。どうかなと思ったんだけどね。
くるみって珍しいよね。
美味しい。大人のピザだねこれも。ビールに合いそう。
ね、やっぱりビールにはピザにはビール。
だよね。